Well, with election season kicking off with debates last week for the Republican nomination, I wanted to take some time to focus on something I think will focus and impact domestic politics for the next few election cycles. And I'm specifically talking about the Latino and the Muslim population. These two demographics have historically supported the Democratic Party. The reasons are somewhat obvious. Democratic Party has historically attracted minorities. Latino population represents that. And as well as labor, as a lot of Latinos got into the blue-collar labor sector of society. The Democratic Party became the champions, as the Democrats have tended to woo unions, whereas Republicans tended to woo, historically, business owners. And this is the dynamic at play here. And then the Muslims, of course, again, viewed as a minority. A lot of Muslims, especially those who come from Somalia and other parts of the world, viewed as minorities. It seemed to be a match for the Democratic Party. But here's why I think we're seeing a shift. First of all, just earlier this year in 2023, Democrats were ecstatic about the fact that Hamtramck, a historic Polish Catholic town in Michigan, had elected a Muslim-majority school board and a Muslim-majority city council with a Muslim mayor. They were ecstatic. And then Pride Week came, and Hamtramck actually banned the Pride flag and Pride Week activities. And it's got a lot of Democrats acting like, whoa, wait, what's going on here? And you see Democrats do other things, like what I found puzzling. I got my daughter in the background there. Democrats doing things like wearing hijab to show solidarity with Muslims. Never mind that the hijab itself is a oppressive piece of headgear. Women wear that so that they don't tempt men. And when you think of Muslims, other than the fact that they have darker skin, a lot of their faith-based beliefs align nicely with the Republican Party. Now, the Republican Party, particularly after 9/11 and their concerns of Sharia law, has not been quick to embrace this demographic. But if they did, they may find a demographic that would find the Republican Party attractive. It's a party that supports faith-based schools. The values faith brings, the family, the mom and dad, mother and father, man and woman. These are things Republicans could tap into to win that demographic over. And Muslims, which I always found this alliance with Democrats interesting, they tend to be more conservative in their views than actual Christian conservatives here in America. Secondly, Latinos. As Latinos assimilate, they've got strong beliefs in faith. Many of them, most of them Roman Catholics. And as they come here and they get more prosperous, they practice that faith. And many of them start businesses. That puts them also in line with the Republican Party. So the Republicans have had people who've been opposed to this, people who are against the border. Some like Ann Coulter, have suggested that the browning of America is somehow a negative, adverse impact to America itself. That's not going to help. But if they can tap into this, tap into the beliefs and power of these two demographics, Republicans can make an interesting tilt in our domestic politics and bringing these two demographics over into their camp. And we're starting to see that already. In Texas, back in the last election, the midterm election there, 2022, you had or I'm saying maybe it was 2020. It was 2020. A Latino congresswoman won a district that had been Democrat for like 50 years or something like that. She might have even been the first Republican to ever win that district. So people are changing focus, and I think we're going to see that. So the future remains to be seen. Democrats, I think, could certainly lose those voters. They'd be looking for a new home. The question is, are the Republicans smart enough to draw them in? We'll see.